Let's talk a little bit about CIMM. Why was it set up, and what do you hope to accomplish?
CIMM was set up because I think everybody in the industry, when I say everybody, I mean the measured media, the content providers, the agencies that buy, and the clients, the advertisers, all realize at the same time now that we just aren't able to measure media the way we want to. I mean, it's not just television. It's television across these various platforms, and that, time is running out. We just, I mean, the consumer is adopting this. Marketers are anxious to be as effective as they can. People want to use this. I mean, every single day I hear from advertisers or clients saying, I wish there were a way that we could better quantify how we should move our dollars around, but it doesn't really exist, and can't somebody come up with this? And so it occurred to me and to a number of my colleagues that it was just really time that we took the future in our own hands. I mean, in the past we've had providers come in, and say, here's our service, and Nielsen would say we're going to do something new, and we would sort of sit there and buy it or not buy it. But we realized that we really weren't getting the kind of progress in measuring both television itself in a world where, as I said, fractionalization is huge, but also the 360-degree experience, and that if we didn't sort of help to foster it, then it probably wasn't going to happen, at least not as fast as we needed to. And the reality is that part of it is it's hard to do this, and taking your future in your own hands means that all of a sudden you've made a commitment and a responsibility to kind of rolling up your sleeves and doing a lot of work that we didn't do before. But we decided that it was worth that effort and worth the money, to be honest with you, that it's going to take in order to stimulate this, because we really have no choice. It's something that we can't not do. Bad grammar, but you understand what I'm saying. And so what makes CIMM unique, I think, is two things. First of all, it is an organization of the three entities where it's not, it's balanced. No one entity has a greater influence. Okay, so and that I think is very important. The second thing is it's not an academic organization. It's not a trade organization. It's a group of companies that have real skin in the game. We've all put in serious money. We intend to put in more money if the thing sort of takes off. And the fact is that we need this to work because it's at the heart of our business. I mean, this is the $60 billion of advertising that rides on, right now. The thing that's been misunderstood is that it's been, developed to become a substitute for Nielsen. I mean, that was never, ever its intention. Nielsen, we hope, will be one of the vendors that will come in and work with us in developing, things, and we want to give them feedback on what we like and don't like and where we want to see, measurement go and what innovation can be of value. But it was never intended to develop, a new currency.
Nielsen had expressed an interest, I believe, to join CIMM. Will Nielsen be invited to join CIMM or be allowed to join?
Nielsen never spoke to me about literally joining. I mean, the way the CIMM organization has been structured, you have to either be a media content producer or an agency or a client, a buyer. The role that companies like Nielsen plays, I mean, we call vendors, but they're the people who produce the ratings. So whether it's Nielsen or whether it's TRA or whether it's Rentrack or whether it's Google, they produce ratings. They're all invited, not invited, they're encouraged to come in and participate. But it wouldn't make any sense for any of them to sit on, a committee evaluating themselves and others. And so that's the reason why, it just doesn't make any sense. And frankly, Nielsen's never really asked to join. What they've asked to do is to be able to participate. And we've said, we not only do we hope they'll participate, I mean, I can't imagine doing this without them being an active participant.
We were talking about the CRE, and you had some thoughts on that.
Well, the CRE, for folks, is an organization that Nielsen sponsors. They've given them money that they can use to go out and foster interesting research. And I don't think that the CRE and what CIMM does are at all at odds. In fact, I think they're very complementary. I'll give you an example. I thought the best study the CRE has put out so far has been the Ball State study about how consumers use time. That's a really important study. It's really valuable, but it really isn't something that I think CIMM would be able to do. I mean, first of all, CIMM doesn't have unlimited resources, and that's one of those studies where it's looking more at the consumer, really, really important, but it really isn't tackling some of the very specific measurement issues that CIMM is designed or was organized to kind of begin looking at. So, in my view, the CRE doing work like the Ball State study, and CIMM doing work on, some of the more nitty-gritty, nuts and bolts kinds of research issues with respect to measurement, I think are a great complement.